I was great on that. I was good.
Doing the stunts is always a lot of fun, but it's always a lot of fun when you have actors who are willing and excited to actually engage in the stunts.
Lily is one of these characters who is so reckless that her action sequences are never slick. She's just so fearless that she just figures it out somehow on the way down. And she throws a good punch.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form. Everything feels massive. And the stunts feel epic
Oh, my God.
and sweeping and heart-racing.
looking for a snack. Monkeys run amok. And of course, that sly Trader Sam. We're navigating the world's most treacherous rivers, and it just happens to be in the happiest place on Earth. I'm talking, of course, about Disney's legendary Jungle Cruise. Hi, everyone. I'm Entertainment Weekly's Patrick Gomez.
And I'm People's Melody Chu. We're coming to you live from the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, where it is our great pleasure to be your host for the world premiere of Jungle Cruise. Honestly, Patrick, what better place to introduce this movie than from the home of the opening day attraction that inspired the film?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the Imagineers planned it this way. And speaking of, in addition to hanging with stars Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson tonight, we're going to be giving you a sneak peek at the newly enhanced, updated, and even more thrilling Jungle Cruise here at the park.
To do all that, I feel like we need a little help. Fortunately, we have some hanging just down the carpet from us with the fans, our Jungle Cruise premiere co-host, Lisa Cabello. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Melody. Hey, Patrick. I am so excited to be here with you all. And you know what? All these fine skippers. How you guys feeling? Okay, so lots of energy down here tonight, if you can't tell. All right, we're here carrying on the tradition of beloved parks attractions being turned into immersive storytelling franchises like Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, and now Jungle Cruise. All right, skippers. So first off, thank you so much for joining me. And second, is this the ultimate skipper dream? One more time, guys. Is this the ultimate skipper dream? Yeah. They'll get more excited later. All right. It also gives me great pleasure to introduce Disney Resort Ambassador Justin Rapp. Come on in here, Justin. Good to see you. All right. Okay, so talk to us. How exciting is this to be at the park at the world premiere of Jungle Cruise?
How exciting is this? I mean, guys, how exciting is this?
They responded to him. All right.
We are in the park. I mean, this is a movie inspired by our beloved attraction. So, little known fact, my first job at Disneyland was actually being a skipper. And I used to skip boats with some of these guys right behind me over here. So, being back here in the khaki again, it feels unbelievable. And I gotta say, this is like the beauty of being a Disney cast member because, I mean, where else in the world can you be part of a premiere like this, of an attraction that you work, and then we're gonna be among the first to see this film. Isn't that awesome, guys?
Yeah. They love it. They love it, Justin. All right. What else do you have for us today?
What else do I have for you today? Well, you know, you were so decked out and everything. Like, you look absolutely fantastic, but we had a little surprise for you. So, on behalf of the skippers, Rafa, come on in here, my fellow ambassador Rafa Barron. Oh. We have, this is actually the Disney Parks Designer Collection. This is by Dwayne Johnson, actually, inspired by the film. It's one of the new Mickey ears. It's absolutely amazing. You can find it on Shop Disney. You can find it in the parks. It basically has everything included with it besides the backside of water. Like, can I get a little O2H action? O2H! O2H! O2H!
These skippers love you.
Hey.
Pun-filled start to this show. I love it so much.
I mean, you can take the skipper out of the water, but you can't take us away from our dry humor, so...
I'm loving it. Awesome. I love this hat. This is so cool.
This is amazing. It's absolutely so cool, and we're just so grateful to be here. Like I said, as a Disney cast member, this moment is amazing. I skipped boats for, a long time. I skipped boats for, let's see, Kip is the guy's been the longest, right? Kip, come forward over here.
All right, Kip.
How long have you been a skipper now?
About 13 years collectively.
And like, what is like the absolute best part about skipping boats?
Man, I get to see guests every day and tell the best jokes in the world.
I mean, I don't know.
Not the best jokes in the world, but they fit what we do.
Lisa, do we have time for like a pun or two?
Give us your best pun, Kip. Goodness gracious.
Right over there is the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. The reason they call it the Temple of the Forbidden Eye is because Temple of the Forbidden Me is terrible grammar.
I love it. I love it. Terrible grammar. All right. You're just a stone throw away from Dwayne Johnson, so you know what? You're going to need to tell him that too. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. What would we be without skippers? One more time for us, guys. Yeah! I think I got him there, Justin. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today, Justin.
Thank you, Lisa. And here you go. Here's another hat when you feel like it. So.
Oh, look at that. The hat, guys. I got it.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for joining us,
Lisa.
Justin. All right, you guys. Look at that, all the energy here. And of course, I got me another skipper hat. Pretty cool. All right, so of course, the heart and soul of Jungle Cruise, the attraction, are these skippers hanging behind me, if you couldn't tell. And what better way to kick off this premiere than with a visit from other skippers from around the world. Let's take a look.
Hello, everyone. My name is Skipper Christine, and I'll be your skipper for the next 60 seconds.
皆さん改めましてこんにちは
嘅船長、導遊兼游水教練啊，我叫 Eric 啊，大家好嘛 ！Hello。
Here, danger lurks around every corner. Actually, that crocodile's name is Smiley. Danger's his middle name.
一齊上去有幾多隻先咧？哇！一隻、兩隻、三隻，哇！仲有第四隻。咩嚟㗎？呢隻好靚喎。係啊，好玩啊！好玩啊！係啊，好大水啊！好彩呢度仲有條路。Many pictures out there.
Let's make a run for it.
Here we go. Okay, back and ready. Just kidding. Just a little bit of dry humor, of course. You know, here in the jungle.
The back side of water! Ah!
皆さんこれ演技だと思ってませんか演技でもない
Hello, Disneyland Skipper. 香港迪士尼樂園同你一齊探險。We are
From all of us here at the Walt Disney World Resort,
Good luck, Disneyland Skippers!
Oh, I want to just say hi back to all of them.
Right, it is so great. Well, now it is our pleasure to welcome Justin and Rafa back from the other side of the carpet. Guys,
Hi,
please
guys.
come join us. Come join us. We'll bring you right here in the middle.
How's it going?
Good. This
Hello.
is a big day for you guys.
Isn't this amazing? I mean, like a premiere here in the parks. This is like truly unbelievable.
What is it like to have this, attraction come alive in a movie?
You know, I think I can speak on behalf of all of the skippers, having been one. My very first job here at Disney was being a skipper. I think it's kind of like it's like, again, it's unbelievable. Something you never think about, like, oh wow, you skip boats all day, you say these jokes all day, you say all day the backside of water, and like you enjoy every moment of it. But then you see like Dwayne Johnson doing, and you're like, wait, that's surreal. Like that's what I do. And then like Dwayne Johnson's doing, and you're like, this is so crazy. And then the fact that we have skippers here enjoying the premiere, we just were with a bunch of them, as you know, and they're going to go in and be the first to watch this film. It's absolutely incredible.
How do you guys keep it new and fresh and have fun and experiment and try new things when you're out there?
I mean, just being with the cast members and, just experiencing that Disney cast life is what really brings us that energy, because we feed off from that energy, and seeing the excitement of everyone, seeing, everyone coming alive, it's just like amazing. And that's what gives us the energy and keeps us like, going for more and everything. So, yeah.
We're putting you on the spot, but what's the best skipper joke you have for us?
Well, I mean, we're not in the jungle right now, but I can point out some of my favorite plant life here. It's a good one. I mean, some people take that joke, they feel it's kind of a bold joke, but, I say if it's a bolder joke, don't take it for granted. So
I can't keep up.
It's all. Yeah, listen, I know. Listen, here's the thing. It might be falling a little bit flat because normally we're doing our humor. We're in the boats. We're on the water, right? But I mean, today, we can try our best to deliver some dry humor. So.
You're succeeding.
Okay, well, we're trying our best, so. But, I mean, truly, what makes it so real every day is the fact that the skippers come up. They're always being so creative with the jokes. I mean, like, it's, like, amazing what they do, because you can go on that attraction again and again and again, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, from the beginning of time, when we actually opened the Disneyland Park and we had the attraction, of course, it's gone through many changes over the year, but the fact that the skippers, they're such a vital part of what makes that attraction tick, right? Like, every single ride is different because of the cast members here, and that's what Disney's all about. I mean, it doesn't happen without our cast members.
Absolutely. Well, have fun tonight. Well deserved.
Yeah, take some notes from Dwayne. Some good jokes in there.
I know, totally. I got to work on my rock jokes, So hopefully I'll make them hit at some point.
Well, amazing. We're going to come ride the attraction as soon as possible to see all that work.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you guys again so much for joining us. And I know a bunch of folks excited about today. All the fans hanging out with Lisa on the carpet. Lisa, what is the energy like over there?
What is the energy like? As you can imagine, what's it like, guys? A lot of smiles, a lot of puns being thrown around, of course. A lot of cheer right there. I loved it right now. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than with these fine people. And you know what? I got one fan right here that I want to talk to. Talk to us tonight. What are you looking forward to? You've already seen the energy on the carpet. I know you guys are excited. What are you looking forward to tonight?
I mean, the energy is amazing over here, and who wouldn't want to see Dwayne Johnson? Right?
You know that Dwayne Johnson is just a stone throw away, right?
I can't wait.
Guys, I got puns all night. I got a fan over here, all right. Look at me. All right, thank you so much in store tonight. And you know what? Of course, this incredible moment, inspired by the original Jungle Cruise attraction, or should I say the enhanced Jungle Cruise attraction, it recently underwent an update, returning with more adventure, more humor, more wildlife, and a big dose of Disney Imagineering magic. Let's take a look.
We are at the world-famous Jungle Cruise, where we're doing some enhancements to Walt's original Disneyland Jungle Cruise.
So when we set out to update the Jungle Cruise, we had 3 goals that were important to us as we went through our development. 1, keep it classic. This has to remain the Jungle Cruise that everyone knows and loves. 2, bring a sense of inclusivity to this project. We want to make sure that everyone that rides the Jungle Cruise can see themselves in the characters in this experience. And 3, it has to be about the skippers. The skippers are what bring this experience to life. One of the highlights of this experience is getting to work with our Imagineering partners at Disneyland. Not often do we get to do a project bi-coastal. So we have incredibly talented Imagineers who are working around the clock to do the same thing that we're doing here at Walt Disney World, which is bring a more inclusive, more relevant, fun experience to the Jungle Cruise.
Working with the Walt Disney World team, we've developed the props together. There was a lot of conversation about the gags, so we worked very hard on making sure that we were in sync together with the story that we were telling. This is a natural transition because Walt's original Jungle Cruise was very serious. After a few years, they decided that they needed to add some humor to it. And so to naturally today be redoing some of those same sets with something that's even, new and funnier and maybe more relevant today is really perfect.
Hey, Patrick, do you know how to tell a difference between an African elephant and an Asian elephant?
I actually cannot say that I can.
Well, I didn't know either till I got a lesson from Disney's Animal Science and Environment team. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Allison with Disney's Animal Science and Environment. I've come over today from Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park to share a little bit more with you about the animals that are here on the Jungle Cruise attraction. A lot of these animals that you're going to see here, you can actually see over Animal Kingdom theme park as well. Walt Disney created this attraction back in 1955, and his original idea was to have live animals on it. That idea was realized years later at the creation of Disney's Animal Kingdom, which is where I work. So one of the other interesting pieces about this attraction is it was created to be very educational initially, but Walt wanted to kind of add a little bit of humor, and he talked to one of the animators who created some sketches that showed adventures up in a tree. It's called the Trap Safari scene. Now that we've moved into this new reimagined phase, this scene of the Trap Safari has some new adventurers on it. At the very, very top of the pole, it's a nest of a bird called an African weaver. It's like a little bit of an Easter egg here. You can find it here, but you can also come over to Animal Kingdom and see the real weaver birds on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail in the aviary. So here on the Jungle Cruise attraction, you're going to see both African and Asian elephants. The way to tell the difference visually is by their ears. An African elephant, their ear is shaped very much like the continent of Africa, whereas an Asian elephant has a smaller ear. So you can kind of pay attention to that when you're here on the Jungle Cruise. Thanks for joining us. I hope you learned a little bit more about animals, and maybe you'll be a little bit inspired to connect with nature, maybe in your own backyard. Come on out and visit us either at Animal Kingdom and experience Kilimanjaro safaris, or come on out to the Jungle Cruise attraction here at Magic Kingdom. We'll see you at Walt Disney World Resort soon.
Of course, you can take your own jungle adventure with Adventures by Disney and see all of the incredible wildlife and vibrant communities that call the Amazon basin home.
To learn more, and just visit adventuresbydisney.com. Patrick, do you ever wonder where the skippers hang out when they're not skippering?
I assumed they never left their boats. They're just continually working on their punchlines and taking baths with the elephants. Trunks on, of course.
Well played. You know who may know? The person that has her own skipper hat. Hey, Lisa.
Oh, ask me. That's right. I have another skipper hat somewhere. That's right.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, the skippers have their own spot at Walt Disney World. Jungle Skipper Canteen, where you can go to learn all about the attraction's backstory, like Alberta Falls and the Jungle Navigation Company, while savoring some tropical yummy foods. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Kevin Lively, a story editor with Walt Disney Imagineering, and today we're going to take you around the Jungle Navigation Company Skipper Canteen. The Jungle Navigation Company was founded in 1911 by Dr. Albert Falls. Today, in 1938, the company is run by his granddaughter, Alberta. Alberta Falls turned to her skippers looking for more business ideas. One of them suggested they start offering jungle cruises. They were so popular, in fact, they became world famous for them. So world famous, they had a lot of hungry passengers to feed. So they opened up the old headquarters of the company and turned it into a restaurant. The Jungle Navigation Company has actually had 2 grand openings over the year. The first one being in 1911 when they started their river transport cargo. The second coming on October 1st, 1931, the day of the very first Jungle Cruise. Now I think it's time we talk about the elephant in the room, and that's the food. The skippers back in the kitchen have come up with some amazing meals for the hungry passengers. One of my favorites is going to be the Hearty Heart Char Siu Pork. It's knee-slapping good. And of course, my favorite dessert in all of Magic Kingdom is right here, the Kungaloosh. So amazingly delicious, and it has bananas. It really has appeal. So next time you're down here at the Walt Disney World Resort, be sure to swing by Magic Kingdom and hop aboard the world-famous Jungle Cruise. Afterwards, if you're feeling a little bit hungry, come over here and visit my friends, the Skippers, at the Skipper Canteen. Thank you for joining me today, guys. If you had a good time today, my name is Kevin, and this has been a tour of the Skipper Canteen. If you didn't have a good time today, my name is Chris.
Hi, we are here with the president of production at Disney. Sean, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. What a wonderful night. What a great time to be here. What an exciting, exciting evening.
What is it like to have the premiere here at Disneyland where the attraction gave birth?
Well, it's really thrilling. I was just saying, I remember when we first started talking about the idea of trying to bring the attraction to life with Dwayne, he said, do you think we're going to be able to have the premiere at Disneyland? And so after all the work on the screenplay, pre-production, shooting, post-production, and then obviously a delay, to actually be here at Disneyland, it just feels great.
Well, you know, obviously the attractions, like all the timing couldn't have been better for this. Was there a lot of discussion between the park side and the production side to make sure this aligned?
Yes, I mean, we did work very closely with all the Imagineers, and Bob Weiss and his team were incredibly generous. We actually took Dwayne over very, very early. He was sort of fascinated with the history. He got to go into a few rooms that aren't talked about too much and got to spend a lot of time. And he actually had a picture of Walt up on the attraction in his trailer the entire time we filmed.
Wow. I mean, you, of all people, must have a favorite Disneyland memory.
Yes, I think my favorite. I love Jungle Cruise. I love Haunted Mansion. I think the first time I went on Pirates was really something spectacular. I think I was maybe 4 or 5 months too young for when you first hit the to go in the darkness and take the dip. And I just will never never forget that sort of electric feeling of being there.
I remember taking a young nephew on that ride, and we were like, it's totally fine. And then we forgot about that moment, so I feel you on that one. Obviously, Pirates has been an incredibly successful adaptation of an attraction into a film. What is so special about being able to take something like that from Disney's history and bring it to life in this way?
Well, I think it's a great question. I think people have such affection and connectivity when they have these experiences like we were just discussing, on these rides. And it just, I think to say, hey, we're going to try to deliver the feeling of that ride, but we're going to try to expand it, enhance it, fill it in, and bring a lot of new ideas and energy to it while still honoring everything that it was. It's a really thrilling responsibility, opportunity, and challenge.
Well, I can't wait for everyone to see it tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by, and congratulations.
Thanks so much for having me. Have a great night.
You too. We are moments away from the stars of Jungle Cruise joining us right here, which is a great time to tell everyone that the movie is in theaters July 30th. You can also order it on Disney Plus with premiere access that same day.
So you're saying it's time to get hyped?
Yeah, I'm already hyped, but yes, even more hype.
I've got just the thing for that, the very latest Jungle Cruise trailer. Let's roll it.
Frank, follow me.
Stop her!
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
My name is Dr. Lily Houghton. My brother and I are looking for passage upriver.
What's out there in the jungle? It's not a fun vacation.
Well, I'm not here for a vacation.
Legend has it that there is a tree that possesses unparalleled healing power. It will change medicine forever.
And you need someone to help you find it. Here we go.
Sometimes it just needs a bit of a...
Nobody touches my engine but me. What did I just...
There you go.
We're gonna do this together.
Haven't you been dreaming about adventure?
She was always chasing after some far-fetched idea. There's no such thing as curses.
Everything that you see wants to kill you, and can. Do you want to turn back?
Nope, just getting started.
Illusion!
Torpedo.
Oh my...
We are here with one of the producers of the film, Hiram Garcia. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me. What an honor to be here.
Why was this the right project? Because you and Dwayne work together on so many things, and I'm sure you get a lot of scripts that come in or a lot of concepts that come in. How quick was this yes, and why was it a yes?
Well, look, when Disney comes to you with Jungle Cruise, that's a quick yes. But the truth is at $7 for us, our favorite kind of films to make are 4-quad, big action, fun family that 8 to 80 can enjoy. So to be able to have the opportunity to create a movie based off one of the most beloved rides, and actually one of Walt's premier rides of Disneyland that he introduced the park with in 1955, it was an honor, and it basically had all the elements in the ride that we know we could build upon for the movie to really take fans on a big fun ride.
And we're really seeing a different side of Dwayne in this film. It's a period piece, which, we really haven't seen that in the past from him as his longtime friend and producing. Like, what is that like to see him in this movie?
Oh, well, it's for him, it's his ability to pay homage to so many of those movies that he loved growing up, whether it be, African Queen, Romancing the Stone, Indiana Jones. So, Frank Wolf has a little bit of all those characters, just kind of little traits in, but he loves to be a little bit of a con guy. You're not sure how honest he is, but he has a good reason for why he's like that. And for Dwayne, it was such a fun journey just to kind of get lost in that character and be someone, like you said, that fans really haven't seen him play before.
So I know that there was a lot of discussion for a long time about bringing this attraction to the theater. What did you feel like unlocked it for you all that made the project the one that you wanted to bring to the screen eventually?
Well, look, I mean, a project like this is true. We had been working on this for many years, but we got to a point where we really figured out about turning it into a two-hander between, a skipper and this adventurer in Lily. And so once we had that figured out, then we were really able to start tapping into kind of the elements that we wanted for storytelling, and also just to have the right thematic elements for our characters to arc throughout the movie, where it felt fun and adventurous. So we cracked that formula, and then that's when we were able to get Emily Blunt on board. And once you get an Emily Blunt on, you're ready to rock and roll, and we were so fortunate to have her.
And speaking of Emily, you got to be on set as a producer the whole time you shot. What is that magical chemistry like between them?
Look, we've been fortunate to make a lot of movies, and so you can see sometimes when people get along, but you can see when there's magic. And from the moment they met, I always like to say, knowing Dwayne for so long, Emily Blunt is basically just Dwayne Johnson in a small British woman's body. She's fiery, unbelievably talented, so kind, and to watch them bust each other's chops throughout the whole movie and just become so close, and their families become close. It's a special chemistry, and I think that friendship that they have in real life really translates on screen in a magical way, where I think you can feel that chemistry just pop off the screen.
I mean, sure, you get to shoot and be experiencing them, but you also got to experience just being in Hawaii for so long. I mean, what was that like? I mean, I have to imagine that there's a lot of bonding that happens because it's, only so big.
Sure, no, and we were in Kauai, as a matter of fact, which is even smaller. So to be on there together, and that's how we kicked off the movie, shooting on location in Kauai. It was magical, and we built the entire city over there that you would think was straight out of Disneyland, the size of this city that we built. So it broke our heart when we had to tear it down at the end, but to build that city and really get immersed at the beginning of the movie into the Jungle Cruise world, it really set the tone for the rest of the production and allowed us to carry it through in a great way that I think you can feel it.
Well, it's beautiful, and I can't wait for everyone to see it tonight.
Thank you guys
congratulations.
So much. I really appreciate it. So good talking to you guys.
Yes, you too. You too.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right, Melody, it is time machine time.
Time machine time?
Yes, time machine time. I am going to be taking us all back to 1956 for a spin on the original Jungle Cruise. So let's kick back, relax, get a little popcorn maybe, and enjoy a way back in the day spin around the attraction.
The tropical jungles of Adventureland. Primeval, exotic, and mysterious, this is a wonderland of nature's own design. And now aboard an explorer's launch, we'll leave the last outpost of civilization and push off into the upper reaches of the Amazon.
On the right-hand side, watch, we're approaching them now. Those charging alligators. Now watch your head, please. Watch the head. Oh. And now, if you keep watching that far bank, you can say that you've had a nodding acquaintance with a giraffe. Now, behind that pampas grass on your right, watch those two baby rhinos. You hear that? That's our lonesome lady elephant calling to her mate. Oh, man, look at the size of those ears. Well, that's the hallmark of the African elephant. Well, let's leave the happy couple and head for Schweitzer Falls, named in the honor of the famous doctor scientist. It's a little close.
It takes some skillful maneuvering to navigate the narrow passage behind this cascade, but our skipper will bring us through safely. He always does. In fact, as many as 18,000 people a day take this boat trip. And when they return to civilization safe and sound, they long remember the beauty and excitement they found in the teeming tropical jungles of Adventureland.
We're here with producer Danny Garcia, who is looking very jungle chic tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this movie.
Oh, thank you so much.
I mean, I love that we're at Disneyland and celebrating. What is it like to finally be able to put out this movie?
It's holding the best secret in the world and not being able to tell anyone. But you know what? It's also like a gift because I think it's something so important that we get to do this movie now, post-pandemic, in Disneyland, Jungle Cruise, the first ride that was worked on in Disneyland, and knowing that our premiere gets to be here, it's just so much perfection.
Yeah, we heard this was part of the inception. Like saying yes was like, well, we have to have the premiere here.
Absolutely. I mean, this is, I have to say, my favorite premiere. to date, and I think I'm 42 films in, so...
So that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. There was so much work that went into this film before it made it even into production, let alone theaters. Tell us a little bit about what you feel like your production company brought to this and really tweaked and made it to the perfect film we're going to see tonight.
Sure. You know what? I definitely feel it has a $7 production stamp on it. I mean, from the moment we knew we were going to do this project, we did the research. We went to the archives. We were able to see all of this incredible historical information. But one of the things we do so well is we speak to 4 quadrants. We know how to bring stories forward and have them resonate to the world. So for us, it was just as important to stay authentic, make sure the detail was there, but then bring in the elements that could take this story and make it as universal as possible.
And you've known Dwayne for so long now, and we've seen him step into so many amazing roles through the years. What is it like to see his career take all these different paths and really grow into the superstar he is today?
Well, I've known Dwayne since he was 18, so the journey has been fantastic. One of the things I enjoy so much is that every new role is really a facet of his personality. He grows, obviously, as an actor, as a person, but all of the elements are there. I mean, he is Frank. He does have the jokes, and he thinks they're very funny. And sometimes people don't laugh, and sometimes they do. So there's a lot of authenticity.
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of laughter tonight in this theater. Congratulations again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Lisa, what's going on over in your neck of the woods?
You know what? We are having a boatload of fun, full of puns, but you know what? Let me check with the fans themselves. How are you guys feeling? The energy is palpable here at Disneyland for the world premiere of Jungle Cruise, but you know what? We can't remember, right? Or we can't forget. We're here with Disney fans. So let's talk to one of our fans here. Talk to us. What do you love about being a Disney fan and being here?
I love being here because I have 3 boys, and they love Disneyland. They always watching Disney movies, and we just gonna enjoy today and tomorrow.
Look at that. A father shouting out to the kids at home. Look at that. Best dad ever right there. All right, I think we got one more fan back here. Let's see here. All right, if you had to pick, what was one of your favorite rides at Disneyland? Or what do you love being what do you love being here tonight? Talk to me about how you have loved being here.
Yeah, I love the ride Indiana Jones for sure. But my favorite part about being in Disneyland is definitely the snacks, especially the Dole Whip, the churros. Dole Whip.
Look at that Dole Whip. Look at that Dole Whip plug. All right, back to you guys. We're having the best time here.
That is making me hungry. I want some Dole Whip as well. But first, we're going to talk to Jack Whitehall, one of the stars of the film. Congratulations on all of this, and thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very exciting to be here.
You basically came in character. This movie is in the early 1900s. What was it like stepping back in time?
Yeah, I feel like when you see the movie, I'm sort of one of the only characters that is really committed to being in the 1900s. My character is in his own period drama, and then Dwayne and Emily are in a kind of buddy comedy. And yeah, I really threw myself into it. I thought I was in a Merchant Ivory film, and the dress and the kind of sartorial splendor of my character is definitely something that rubbed off on me. And I appear to have come in character this evening, wearing clothes that I could have been wearing on screen.
Very dapper.
Very dapper. And spoiler alert, I've gotten to see more of the film than most people have, and you have one of my favorite lines in the whole show. So you bring on the laughs too. You're not just in some period drama. You're in a comedy as well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, there are some funny lines in there, but it was such an amazing experience, and it's so incredible to be here, actually sharing it with people, and the fact that we're doing this in a movie theater and there's actual fans. And we're not all doing it over Zoom. And I've had to put on trousers for promotional work, which I haven't for a year and a half. It's all so exciting.
Is it usually a sweatpants situation then?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, there's a really romantic moment in the film between Frank and Emily's character. Yeah. And you're right up close and personal. What was that like?
I essentially see myself in this film as kind of third wheeling them. But you couldn't pick a better couple to third wheel. And I was just so privileged to be along for the ride. And watching their kind of chemistry develop over the course of the shoot. And in real life, we all became such good friends. And there was such camaraderie on set. And I think it really translates onto the finished product when you see it, the kind of interaction between us.
Certainly does. Congratulations again. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait for everyone else to get to see it as well.
Thank you very much. Great to speak to you guys.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Man,
Patrick,
love it.
He looked great. What do you think would be the most epic way for Dwayne and Emily to arrive at this premiere?
I mean, I think you have to be telling me that they're coming in on the Jungle Cruise boat, right?
I mean, if they didn't, I would be pretty disappointed.
Well, we can't have you disappointed, or you guys at home, so let's check this out. It is so cool that they get to experience this. They're one of the first. I'm very jealous. I want to be there, experience this as well.
Look at the skippers.
Can you imagine being one of those skippers, like just getting to watch Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt ride? And like the nerves I would have of just like making sure I docked that boat right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's in very high heels, by the way.
Yeah, I would be nervous being her as well. And you know, Dwayne Johnson is not a small man.
No.
So to balance out that boat, there's a lot of work there. I got to come to Disney a few months ago, and the whole attraction was still under construction. So it has just been fantastic to see it fully back open up. I cannot wait for people to experience it. It's going to be such an incredible, fun update and adaptation of the original ride. They've really found a way to make sure that it like speaks to 2021 while still holding on to the magic of the original attraction. I love it, and I love that they get to do this here. I'm very jealous that they're over there. I know they're going to be making their way over to us shortly, and they look fantastic. I'm very jealous. It was a warm day, and so Dwayne had the right call to be in that. And what do you think of Emily?
I mean, look at she always looks fashion forward, amazing. But look at the wonder on their faces. They're just as excited to be here as the fans. I mean, people have not been in Disneyland in this way since the Pirates premiere, right?
Yeah. It's so nice to see everyone here, and you know, of course, all the COVID protocols. We've had, you know, no swabs left and right. It's been so nice to have, actually, as Jack was saying, it's just nice to have this all in person, to have not just the stars of the film celebrating this, but have the like stars of the Jungle Cruise, the skippers, to get to be such a large part of this. I know Dwayne has said in interviews that the skippers are some people that he really admires. He thinks that it's really great that they get out there, that they go live for these audiences, boat by boat by boat, all day long. And he took a lot of inspiration from that, he was saying in the way that he did a ton of jokes. I've also heard that the director of the film said that there is just a whole other movie he could cut with alternate jokes because they just riffed so much during filming. I wish we could see that cut too, maybe an extended version. So great. Here they're paying patronage to the skippers here. Taking a selfie with the skippers. I love it.
Oh.
The outfits look great from all angles.
It really does. Look at the skippers. So fun.
Hi there, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. We'll bring you right in. We'll nice up and close. We were just saying all the COVID protocols that went into here, so we can be nice up and close and personal and know that we're all being safe. So bring it right in.
Well,
that's the great thing about the Disney Corporation, that they are so protective on so many levels.
And before we want to introduce you. We have the producers, John Davis and John Fox here, and this is, you know, a very long-awaited night. The movie has been done for years.
Yeah.
What is it like to finally be able to get eyes on it?
It's surreal. It's surreal. It's surreal to be here. I was just telling John, we came in behind the scenes, right behind the park. We've been coming here our entire lives to the park. I've never seen behind the curtain. I've never gotten you going through the tunnels and behind the rides. I mean, that's worth the price of admission, just doing that, you know? It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's like really cool to have a premiere at Disneyland. I used to come here for the Pirates premieres, you know, and they were overwhelmingly lavish and spectacular. You know, I actually once came to this park, you know, for somebody's birthday party, right? Elizabeth Taylor's 60th birthday party, and they shut down the park, and we got to like totally walk around it and have it to ourselves. And it feels like tonight we're gonna, like, after the premiere, like a whole section of this park, we're gonna get to wander.
That's incredible.
And just someone's birthday, just someone. As we were mentioning, the film, has kind of been locked for a while. But how much tinkering was done in this time that you were given? None. Wow. So you just were like, we got it.
We actually ended up locking picture just before the COVID shutdown. So around March, it was around March of last year, we actually had, we did the final mix on the movie, and that was it. We were done. So, and we haven't touched it since.
Wow.
And the great thing about this movie is we tested it a few times with audiences, and they so adored the movie, there wasn't a lot that we had to do.
So it didn't need any tinkering. By the time we kind of like got there, it was in great shape.
And that was like so crazy fun about this is because we would test it in a theater. I don't know if right now people are testing movies in theaters with, 600 people, and it would be electric, and they'd laugh, and they would cheer, and it was like being at a concert. So it was so much fun to put the movie together.
And it didn't hurt when after one of the test screenings, Dwayne Johnson walked up to the front of the theater, and the crowd went bananas, and Dwayne was there just to thank everyone.
Well, they're absolutely going to go bananas tonight. We can't wait for the rest of the world to see it, and congratulations.
Thank you both. Thank you both so much for joining.
Have a great night.
So we are going to be joined now by one of the stars of the film. He plays Axel. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, so we have Philip Maximilian here again, who plays Axel in the film. What's it like to finally? We were just talking about the long journey of getting this film into theaters, even after you all were done. What is it like to finally get to celebrate this film in such a public way?
It is such a treat for me. I mean, first of all, it's been years since we shot this, right? So, just to see this film come to life and for people to be able to enjoy it is one thing, but then to be at Disneyland, I mean, it's such a treat for me.
What can you tell us about Axel?
Axel is one of the bad guys. I mean, I may smile now, but I don't smile for a second in the movie. He is supposed to follow orders. He's supposed to be, not to give too much away, but there is a certain mission he's on. He doesn't really follow that mission. And, I had a lot of scenes. I was so lucky to have a lot of my scenes with Jesse Plemons, who plays Prince Joachim.
In the film, yeah.
And, we just have a lot of fun sort of back and forth. And it was such a dream to work with Jesse.
Well, yeah, he has such fun with just the campiness of that character and stuff. I have to imagine it was hard. You say you don't smile in the film, but I'm sure there's a lot of laughter and cracking up behind the scenes. What was it like actually shooting this film and with so many amazing people, but Jesse in particular for you?
I mean, for me, there was so much improvisation going on, which I didn't expect, on such a big caliber film. I've never been on a movie set like that. And to see that, Dwayne, Emily, and Jesse, they all just kind of were like, all right, let's play around. Let's see what we come up with. And that also took the anxiety out of me. I was like, okay, well then I guess anything goes. And we did crack up all the time. In the moment they called cut, we were just like, like a lot of the stuff that we, just kind of threw together and improvised. There's a song in there, not to give too much away, but I'm not a huge singer and I had to sing in this film. Enough said. But that was all just kind of organically happened. And it was, yeah.
Well, we're at Disneyland tonight, and it's so special. Jungle Cruise is the first attraction, and now it's coming to life on screen. Do you have a favorite Disneyland memory?
My favorite Disneyland memory, I mean, I was 5 when we went to Disney World, and I did the Jungle Cruise ride, and rain ponchos. My mom's here tonight, and she took me to Disney World. And the funny thing is, she used to say that she hated theme parks because she had to walk so much.
Yeah.
And now she has been so excited to come here. And I was like, do you remember when you said you hated walking in theme parks? She's like, yeah, but it's different. It's a movie premiere, so I don't have to walk so much. I got to say, being here at the original Disneyland, the only park that Walt Disney has ever actually set foot in, feels iconic. Feels like, so classic.
Absolutely.
For you, in terms of just knowing that Disney has such amazing fans all over the world, and that they're all going to be watching this and looking for little tidbits of the ride and the film, and also going to be coming here to visit the attraction to see how they've incorporated some of the film in there. Was that even in your mind while you were filming this, or was it forefront of your mind, or did you try to just push it out?
It was on my mind a lot because I'm such a Disney nerd. I know so much. I know too much about Disney theme parks and the Jungle Cruise ride. So I was looking for, as I was reading the script, I was looking for Easter eggs. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. I can't believe they're putting that in the film. So I'm sure fans will have the same reaction to it, fans of the ride. And, I remember when the Pirates of the Caribbean first came out, I was looking for Easter eggs and was like, oh my God, that's from the ride. Is that from the ride? And then you go back and you ride the ride. You're like, oh my God. And I had that a lot while being on set. I just was so impressed with the level of detail Disney put into this.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait for everyone else to see the movie and see all those moments and have so much fun with your mom tonight.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
We have now joining us a member of the cast as well, Edgar Ramírez. Edgar, we'd love to have you join us over here.
Hello,
Hi.
sir. Congratulations.
I'm good. Congratulations on the film. Tell us a little bit about the character you play. I mean, he's a total good guy, right?
He is. Well, that is the thing. He's a misunderstood guy. No, Aguirre was a beautiful character to play. He transits all the way from the most noble intentions into the saddest of the darkness, but it was fun. It was fun to play that. It was fun to explore him. It was fun to play with Dwayne and Emily and this amazing cast, that we have on this amazing adventure. So it was beautiful. It was fun. It was like really going back to the playground and just have fun with your friends. That's how this movie feels.
And we're actually hearing screams. I think Emily and Dwayne have arrived.
Yeah.
Tell us, you were there right along with them. What is that chemistry like between them, and then to have yourself in that mix too? That must have been so much fun.
They have an amazing sense of humor. They don't take themselves seriously at all, and I think that's one of the most beautiful qualities in a person, because life will be serious, life presents itself with serious issues, so it's good to be able to laugh, and especially to laugh about yourself, and they have that, and they're so talented, and they're very courageous, they really, and they're very compassionate and also very, very open, I think that it was a beautiful experience to be with classmates, that would be so open to experiment, to try new things. Our director Jaume Collet Serra, he was also encouraging us to play, to really enjoy this. It's a huge movie, so it took a village. There was a lot of work, but we were all very happy to do it. So I think that it shows. I think it will. That joy that we had. I hope that you guys will feel it when you watch it.
Oh, we did.
Oh, most definitely. In addition to being such a fantastic opportunity to show all the acting talent, this is an epic. There's lots of special effects, there's lots of action scenes. Tell us a little bit, without giving too much away, tell us a little bit about getting to work with the special effects, with the hair and makeup, all of that to bring your character to life.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic because I had the opportunity to be deeply involved with them, So again, it was like being a kid again. I could ask for certain special effects and say, can we do this or can we do that? Can we, I'm tiptoeing, around because I don't wanna spoil the surprise. But it was great because this wasn't the movie where you have a big green screen and a tennis ball. No, the sets are incredible. They're epic. Our production design is unbelievable. So all the elements were there for us to play.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on this film. We're so excited for everyone to see it tonight.
Thank you very much. Have fun, and I'm very happy and very grateful that we're able to be here, and that everyone has done their part for us to be safe and to be here. So I'm very grateful for the effort that everyone has done for us to be here, for this to be a reality.
Amazing.
Us as well. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so we are going to be joined next by Veronica Falcone, who plays Trader Sam.
Oh, here she.
Oh my goodness, you look
you.
fantastic.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So you clearly put a lot of thought into your outfit.
Jungle chic, so I had this bag that has like all the jungle in it. And then I had some plants that I grabbed from somewhere. Actually, my son grabbed them for me, and this is what I came up with each jungle chick. Sure, there's going to be someone like, she needs a stylist. you know, but it's Disney, it's fun, so.
What they're asking is who is her stylist?
Well, I don't have a stylist yet. This was whatever mistake, this is my responsibility, guys. Like if somebody says she's in the worst dress, that's all me, my mistake. I like fashion, you know, and I found this vintage Monique Lhuillier dress and I just mixed and matched, and that's it.
Well, you look lovely, so no one's going to be putting you on any worst dress list at all. You play Trader Sam.
Yes, I do.
Tell us a little bit about Trader Sam and what it was like to step into those shoes.
Well, it was, you know, a bit scary because it's a character that's so beloved, and it's the first time a woman plays it. So it was scary for me because I want to honor it. I want the people, you know, the fans of Disney to enjoy the performance and to honor the character. And of course, it's a fantastic script. And I'm with, you know, the cast that we're in, like, I couldn't ask for anything better. But it is like a huge responsibility. I'm Mexican, I'm a Latina, and having a character like this in a Disney movie is fantastic. So I'm just happy, you know.
Well, like you said, it's such an iconic character, and this is really the birth of Disney Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
What was your first Disneyland memory, your favorite memory through the years?
You know, it's funny. The first time, I was just talking there, the first time I ever came to Disneyland, I was 11 years old. And it was very, very, very hot. I couldn't care less. You know, I was just in Disneyland. I was just like, and I think we went to the Jungle Cruise ride, and we went to the little, you know, the little world. My mom loved that, and she sang the song to no end, over and over again. But, you know, I liked it. So, yeah, that's my first memory of Disney. And movies, of course. You know, like watching Disney movies.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite fairy tale?
Well, you know, I always liked Sleeping Beauty. But I identify very much with the fairies. You know, I love them making cakes and making a mess. I say, that's me. Yeah, I was not the princess or the evil one. I was just the crazy fairies, yes.
Amazing.
You mentioned, you know, your culture and getting to bring, like, talk to us about getting to bring that to this film and the fact that I know so much work went into making sure that they were doing a representation of Jungle Cruise that felt like it could be representative of a lot of different cultures and not be offensive, and that's a lot of work was carefully done for that.
Yeah, they were incredibly careful with all of that, you know, checking the script all the time. There were a cultural consultant, there were a speech consultant. Everybody was on top of it. And it's the way you should do it, you know, the way they did it with respect. Because, you know, we are representing different cultures. We are actors, you know, we not necessarily are that culture. I can be, you know, like I'm not exactly from the Amazon, but I can represent it, and I hopefully I can do a good job. And it comes from research. It comes from, you know, from the studio. You know, they really put a lot of work, a lot of research in the movie, and they were very careful about trying to be very, very respectful.
Well, we can
as
tell
they should.
all the work that went in. And thank you so much for stopping by. We can't wait for everyone to see it.
So amazing. Love that she got to bring all of that to
absolutely.
the screen. Melody, you know what would be cool? If during the enhancement of the Jungle Cruise attraction, the Imagineers snuck in a few Easter eggs connected to the movie. I know we've talked a little bit about it here, but I'm looking at a prop here, a joke there.
Patrick, they totally did that.
Yeah, totally.
Sure did, but I'm not going to spoil them for you or everyone at home. What I will do is give you all this amazing look behind the scenes of the making of Jungle Cruise.
The Jungle Cruise ride was Walt Disney's main attraction when the park opened. And now we have this incredible opportunity to turn it into a movie.
Why should I trust you?
I'm the only one that could get you there.
You're taken on this roller coaster, injected with thrill and suspense and humor.
Frank is a skipper on the Amazon, and he takes a lot of pride in what he does. He meets this woman who's ambitious and brave and likes to dish it out.
Lily is ahead of her time.
Drawing unnecessary attention.
I don't care in the slightest. She needs a skipper. He's about the best they've got when it comes to getting them down the Amazon on this insane adventure. As they're taken down the river, the experience is ever shifting. The myth is real.
I got so lucky to work with this incredible cast.
Dwayne Johnson has become my most enormous buddy. And I think I imagined that he would be larger than life, which physically, clearly he is. But I usually show up Dwayne Johnson in the gym. I think he's a bit intimidated working out with me. I think he needs to up his game.
She said, I can bench more than you. I said, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
There you go.
Setting ourselves up nicely to deliver for the audience an adventure that is quite special and a lot of fun. Here we go.
We are here with Simu Liu, star of Shang-Chi. Congratulations on that adventure. And I'm going to do a little bit of self-promotion right here. Entertainment Weekly editor here. You are our cover star right now. Thank you so much for participating in that and being part of such an important moment in the Marvel history, being Marvel's first marquee Asian leading man. Congratulations on that. What has this experience been like for you as the film is coming up on September 3rd?
September 3rd is very soon. It's been a wild ride, like you mentioned. I mean, those parts just don't come upon people like me, and it's such an incredible honor, first of all, to be put in that position from the beginning. And then, it's just been it's been a long fight with this movie. We shot in Sydney over the course of like 13, 14 months. We shut down for 4 months in the middle, when the whole world shut down. And there was a time where we weren't sure if we were going to be able to finish it. So even when we started back up and we had COVID testing, we had protocols and all of that, we wanted to be safe. We didn't know if we would make it to the finish line. So it's just such an incredible feeling to know that we did, and to know that this movie is now ready for people to watch. It's such an incredible feeling.
What was that experience like when you were on set and really getting into character? That first time you saw yourself, really step into his shoes. Did you have sort of a pinch me moment?
Oh my God, yeah. Definitely when I tried on the suit for the first time, I had to wipe a tear from my eye. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just something that as an Asian person, it's, we're not used to seeing that representation on screen, and you know, I've been really excited, first of all, over the last 5 years, just seeing all of the incredible progress that's been made on that front. We've got amazing movies like Crazy Rich Asians, like The Farewell, like Minari, and we've got, you know, amazing shows like Fresh Off the Boat. And I was also, you know, privileged enough to be a part of one called Kim's Convenience that was really, really great. But, you know, it just feels like we keep making steps forward, and the progress has been very, very encouraging. And so this is just kind of one more step in that long fight.
If you haven't checked out Kim's Convenience, you can on Netflix, and it's great, and you should. But now you're a part of Marvel, which is part of the greater Disneyverse, I guess you could say. Yeah. What has it been like to just step into the part of the Disney family?
It feels like a very large machine, and sometimes very terrifying, and sometimes a lot of people involved and a lot of moving parts. But at the same time, I will say, you know, the people that I've been able to meet along the way, like literally everybody from the executives to, you know, the production assistants and everything and everyone in between has just been so incredible. Everyone seems to love what they do. There's a real joy for just movies and storytelling, and I'm very fortunate to be with these people.
Well, thank you so much for stopping
Yes.
by.
Yes,
we can't
thank
wait
you.
for people to see your film in September.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't wait to watch Jungle Cruise.
Yep.
Look at how many people. I mean, it's so incredible how many people are out right now, and it really just feels like the world, like we're back at it. You know, the world is opening up again. So I'm really excited. You guys look great, by the way.
Thank you.
It takes one to know one.
Thank you. Jungle chic. That's the
Well,
Jungle
we
chic.
all got the
You know?
same memo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you again. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, it is time to check in with Lisa and see how things are on the other side of the carpet.
Lisa, you know what this premiere is missing? Some original stock footage from 1955 showing us all how the Jungle Cruise came to life.
I mean, Melody, it's like you know that maybe somewhere around here, possibly, there's some amazing footage of the Jungle Cruise being built, and maybe we're going to show it to you people. Okay, let's do it, everyone. Enjoy.
Jungle Cruise, the attraction, has some great action, but Jungle Cruise, the movie, certainly steps things up a stunt or two.
Here's a look behind the scenes at how Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson, and the incredible team came together to create a little Disney magic.
I was great on it. I was good. Doing the stunts is always a lot of fun, but it's always a lot of fun when you have actors who are willing and excited to actually engage in the stunts. Oh, we gotta go.
Here we've got a big sequence where Lily and Frank are basically running away from mercenaries and local henchmen.
Lady, it's that way.
DJ always brings it, picks up stuff really quickly. Emily also, she's amazing, likes to give anything a go.
Don't go up there!
Not now, Frank! Lily is one of these characters who is so reckless that her action sequences are never slick. She's just so fearless that she just figures it out somehow on the way down. And she throws a good punch. Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form. Everything feels massive. stunts feel epic and sweeping and heart-racing.
We are here with sports superstar Lindsey Vonn, who looks incredible. Thank you so much for joining us here. I know you flew in for this. What made Jungle Cruise something you just needed to check out in person here at Disneyland?
I mean, obviously, I'm a huge fan of The Rock, and, we work together, we work out together. But, I'm always excited to watch a new Disney movie. They always do everything incredibly well. And, maybe I'll get to ride on the Jungle Cruise ride after this as well.
I think we could make that happen, probably.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
What is Dwayne like in the gym?
I think you can imagine it's pretty hard to keep up with him. But, he always makes me feel comfortable. I always am very intimidated being around him, but we did leg day together, so I felt like I could keep up a little bit better than arm day. Definitely can't keep up with The Rock on arm day, but it was fun. He's super nice and just really chill, and he's just as nice in person as he is in on TV or in the movies.
I couldn't keep up with him on a leg or arm day, so good for you on that one. Is it weird to see him, because Emily has said in interviews that it's so funny because she didn't realize until she met him how much The Rock as this persona is a character, and then there's Dwayne. For you, is it easy to see him in roles now, or is it a little weird now to see him like step in front of the camera and be this other person?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, he's just always like Dwayne. He's always DJ, and I don't know. I get excited for him as a friend that he's, doing such amazing things in the movie and TV space. And so it's not weird for me to see him doing that. I'm just really excited for him because he's obviously just breaking barriers and doing some incredible things.
And of course, we're in the middle of the Olympics right now, a very weird, different Olympics. Do you have any advice for, everyone who's in Japan right now and going through this kind of very different time?
Yeah, it's got to be incredibly difficult. I mean, just with everything going on and trying to find a routine, trying to find some sort of normalcy. There's no fans, it's just, there's so much that's different. But I think that the athletes that are going to be able to adapt the best to those different situations are going to be the ones that succeed. And I'm just really pulling for all of our American athletes, and obviously for everyone, that everyone comes home safe and we have a successful games.
We heard the cheers when Dwayne and Emily came in, and all of the cast. So we're feeling this energy of an audience here. You mentioned them not having an audience at the Olympics now. How much do you feed, as an athlete, do you feed off of that energy?
I always fed off the energy so much, so I can't imagine not having that. But some athletes, it makes them nervous to have that much energy. So I think, you're going to see different people succeed in this type of environment. Again, there's no noise, so it's, you can kind of stay calm, and maybe some of the athletes will be able to calm their nerves a little bit more than if there were a crowd. So I think it'll change the dynamic, but I think you're going to still see the same athletes come out on top.
We're here at Disneyland, which is the happiest place on earth.
Yes.
What's your favorite memory here?
I've never been here.
Oh, what?
I went to one premiere, Tomorrowland, but I've never been here, so I know I'm just really excited.
Well, It's a Small World right there. The song's been, you can't hear it on camera maybe, but it's been playing on repeat. We love it. You've got so much to experience here then. What a great first Disneyland memory, Tomorrowland, and now this one.
I know, right? I mean, I feel like I'm a kid again, so I'm excited. After the movie, we'll see what rides are open and kind of have my childhood experience.
We got to check out some of the food too. They've got amazing food here in the park.
Dole Whip is the Jungle Cruise. Yeah, it's iconic.
Jungle Cruise ride and everything food. I'm all in. I'm for the whole experience.
Now, obviously, this is a great, funny and epic action film. But what do you if you're just sitting at home on the couch on a Friday? What's that look like for you? Are you turning that TV on, and what are you watching? TV, a movie, what kind?
It depends. I mean, I've watched Loki recently, which has been really fun. Ted Lasso has been really funny. And I'm a huge Law & Order person, so anytime I'm having a bad day, some Ben & Jerry's, some Law & Order, that's a nice day on the couch.
That sounds perfect. It's been a really transformative time for a lot of people. What's the biggest lesson you've learned about yourself in the last year?
Hard question. I mean, I think I just learned to trust myself and, to really keep things simple. There's a lot, that goes on in your life that's not necessary. And, for me, I've just really simplified everything and do what I love and be around people that I love. And I've been really exploring and adventuring, like doing wakeboarding and kite surfing and all of these fun things. And it's been just a blast. So, keep it simple, do what you love, have fun.
Yeah, finding ways to add, because so much of exercise, you mentioned working out with DJ, as you get to call him, I will not. There's so much about that it's so communal, and you feed off of not even fans or stuff, but just feed off each other in that. There's been so much isolation here. It's been, have you found it easy to find singular things that you could do like on your own and not with a ton of other people?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been good at finding things to do on my own because I've kind of had to with my sport. I always trained by myself, and so I'm kind of used to it in a way. But I think now that everything's opening back up again, I'm just so happy to have that human interaction. Gyms and working out with people and just. In this type of environment, I feel so happy. The energy is just there. So I'd rather do things with other people, but. Again, you have to adapt, and if I need to be out by myself, I definitely can be.
We'll have so much fun. Your first Disneyland experience is a big deal.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy the evening and the movie.
Thank you, you too.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, man. It's such a pleasure.
Well, Jungle Cruise, the attraction, has some great action, but Jungle Cruise, the movie, certainly steps things up a stunt or two.
Here's a look behind the scenes at how Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson, and the incredible team came together to create a little bit more Disney magic.
I was great on it. I was good. Doing the stunts is always a lot of fun, but it's always a lot of fun when you have actors who are willing and excited to actually engage in the stunts. Oh, we gotta go.
Here we've got a big sequence where Lily and Frank are basically running away from mercenaries and local henchmen.
Lady, it's that way.
DJ always brings it, picks up stuff really quickly. Emily also, she's amazing, likes to give anything a go.
Don't go up there!
Not now, Frank! Lily is one of these characters who is so reckless that her action sequences are never slick. She's just so fearless that she just figures it out somehow on the way down. And she throws a good punch.
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form. Everything feels massive. And the stunts feel epic and sweeping and heart-racing.
Patrick, I wish we could just step away for a minute or two, take a quick spin on Jungle Cruise. I'm sure no one would miss us.
I mean, the second I step away from this carpet, that is exactly the second that Dwayne and Emily show up. So there's no chance I'm moving. But I can take you and everyone at home on a quick spin of Jungle Cruise, courtesy the Disney Behind the Attraction team. The energy is palpable here. As we mentioned, Dwayne and Emily are just moments away from joining us here on our live stream. I'm getting a little nervous, I have to say.
He's a big presence. We can see him right there with Emily, and they're sort of a vision dressed head to toe white, and you can see them just laughing their heads off right now.
It's so funny. I know, as we mentioned, we did get to check out this film earlier in preparation for this, and I'm excited to get in there and watch it again. It's such a fun film. It's funnier than I expected. It's got a ton of great action, and the stars of that action are right here. We've got Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson momentarily coming into us on
Dwayne
camera.
is hydrating. It's very hot and humid today, so they need some
Hydration's
water.
important, so we're going to let them hydrate for a second, but then they're going to join us, and we're super, super excited to have them. I tell you, their chemistry here is so fantastic, and we love them.
Hello!
Oh, and here they are. Here they are. Hi. These people need no introduction, but of course, Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys.
Obviously.
It's okay.
Listen, he's on you. She's
okay.
on
It's like working with this
It's okay.
rising
Yeah.
star.
It's okay, yeah.
I'm like carrying through this movie. All right.
I was just going to say.
That's me.
I was just going to say, you both seem so at home working together,
Yes.
but of course you didn't know each other before working on this film. What made this the right project, the right chemistry, and how did you all just make sure that it was the perfect script for each of you as individuals, let alone together?
Great question. I quite like to get back to strangerdom. It's almost gotten too much. I was like, who is that? It's you. But I feel like we lucked out because we genuinely got along and became best buds.
Yeah.
And it was easy peasy. It was just such a fun experience.
Yes.
But I think the script was so winning. It was just so winning. The chemistry on the page was so winning. And then we had a really brilliant director who was very free-spirited, and he just let us mess around and improv and stretch the scenes around. And so they just had this life that if you don't have a director who's open and confident in letting you play with it, then you don't have the same spirit. So we were really lucky with Jama.
Yes, and Jama wants to build a world. He's a world builder, and he loves character. He loves building a world, and of all the elements that Jungle Cruise brings, Emily and I had asked him at the end of our first conversation, well, what's the movie about? And he said, love. Of all the things, right? Comedy and action and adventure, and it came down to love, so it was great.
Gross, right?
Completely. Well, not with you. With me and
Jack?
me and
Jack
Proxima. Me and Jack.
You and Jack Wavell.
Well, the world can always use more love, and you said your kids don't care about your movies at all, but this is the one that they're ready for.
I have all my chips bet on this movie, that it will up my cool factor with my daughters, finally. They're very excited.
They
and
love me to begin with.
They really do.
They love Moana. They love Maui.
They do. They really do love him. It's true.
Yes.
It's true. I have nothing to
there's no
fight
joke
against.
there.
There is no joke.
All of our daughters are very excited about this movie.
Last question before we wrap. Favorite Disneyland memory?
What's that?
Favorite Disneyland memory?
He got stuck in a teacup once. It was hilarious.
I did, yeah.
So
last
funny.
night I did, yes.
Yeah, they had to cut him out of it.
Yes, when they locked the park down, yes. And they arrested me.
How many did it take to take you down?
This is live. Got it. Okay.
Got it. Wow.
No,
favorite Disney.
I like that Tower of Terror. I mean, it really frightens me, but
she rode the Jungle Cruise ride for the first time today.
this was it.
We got to see you guys do it.
Big deal.
Very
Did
jealous.
you watch me do it?
Yes.
God, how weird.
Everyone watched you do it.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
the GoPros.
Well, no,
GoPro cameras.
it's a creepy camera that we had set up. Yeah.
We were very impressed with you getting off in your heels. We both commented.
What did you think about the ride?
I loved it. It was so whimsical and silly and fun. It was beautiful. I had a good time.
And it's why that ride is the most iconic,
Yeah.
of Disney.
Very
So
nostalgic.
yeah.
Well, we know it's going to be everyone's favorite because of the film now. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much. And so excited to see you guys, and can't wait to get in there.
Feeling is mutual. Feeling is mutual. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
No, why? No, I didn't say anything.
That is going to do it for us here at the Jungle Cruise premiere.
But before we say goodbye, we want to do one last check-in with Lisa and the fans. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, you guys. I'm still here with some tried and true fans. Oh, my goodness. What an adventure of a lifetime. I'm so sad this is over, but you know what? Did you ladies have fun?
Absolutely.
They sure did. All right, well, I want to say a quick thank you to Disney for having me be a part of the show. I cannot wait for this movie, you guys. Thanks.
Well, fortunately, we don't have to wait long. Jungle Cruise is in theaters July 30th, or you can order it on Disney Plus Premiere Access at the very same time.
And you can always experience your own personal Jungle Cruise adventure at Disney parks around the world. Big shout out to the fans, Dwayne, Emily, and the entire cast for stopping by tonight. And of course, can't forget the skippers around the world for creating so many wonderful Jungle Cruise memories for so many people. Good night from Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California.